Doing a little bit of test on my waste oil heater. Built it this past weekend. I'm going to make a better bottle. This is all just a test. I want to make sure it's going to put out decent heat. Got the idea from back when I was a kid. Always, Grandpa had one of these. Worked on a wood burner and started doing my own research on YouTube and came across a guy called Jack of All Trades 383 who had pretty much the most helpful and accurate info on one of these, so I kind of went with his ideas and the information he gave me and downsized the whole system so it's easy to move around if I need to. Smaller, not going to try and get this thing red hot. I'm doing a test right now, seeing at a stream how high and hot I can get this and its heated outputs on a good steady drip. And I get quite a few hours on real small line, too small a line. Couldn't get enough heat and correct intake flow because I wasn't getting hot enough. Half gallon lasted 18 hours. Burned way too slow though. Would never give the heat that I would even built this for. So I've stepped up to this, I believe, 5/16 line, 3/8, I don't remember. Bigger brake line that's used for automotive. I built this plate on here to set stuff and to help direct heat up and out. Pretty simple design. Those are just brake drum and brake rotor. I sandwiched them together. Drilled holes all the way around. Used the rotor as a vent, no holes in that. And then the top brake drum there is no holes. It just goes into a hole I did in the bottom of my tank. You see that little weld mark right there. I welded a metal bar inside there, and the piece that I cut out of the top up here I used for my flame director inside the bottom of the tank to help separate the flames up and around the tank a little more. Probably wouldn't hurt to put another flame director up inside there. I do not have a splash plate in my pot. As I don't have a big system, I'm only really going for drips and very small streams. As right now, I'm on just maybe a drip a second. This is after calming it back down. I'll turn it back up. As you can see, I put in a clear hose here. Well, really hard to see. So I can watch and monitor my stream of oil in the pipes. This is my little valve here. Not much light today. Definitely not one of the best of valves to use. I'm gonna use a bucket and a whole different design to be a lot more efficient for me. I'm only adding quarts at a time because I don't want to overload my system or in case I have any accidents or spillovers. I don't want to put more than what my burning pot and that catch plate pot that I have down there, that skillet. Just a little extra safety precautions. This whole thing's just a test, so I'm not trying to dump 5 gallons of fuel in it and then walk away and assume it's right. I'm doing a little bit at a time. I'm turning it up and down, learning my flow rates and my average of fuel if I want to get this thing close to red hot down here on my, what I like to call my flame directors too. They're more to hold all the heat. These rotors and drums, being iron, they'll hold heat a lot better. You can see the system's calmed down now. It's going to pick back up. It gets roaring really good. The whole key to it is, though, is what I've learned is your throat down here, what I call the throat, your intake, is definitely got to have sufficient amount of air to get in there to cause your gasifying effects throughout the system here. You want it to be a little smaller than your exhaust pipe here. The reason is because you're causing a draw through this whole system. So if you cause that draw, the heat rising through the system, and you got a smaller throat down here, you're starting to get that gasifying effect you want. And to me, so far, it seems like the system burns really, really efficient. I'm trying to get it fired back up here. I'm turning it down and then up, and here, I'll give it some oil here. I'll give it about 30 seconds a minute. Yeah, it's barely burning right now. I'm going to stop the camera a minute. I'm going to start it back up once the system gets going. It's probably going to take roughly about 1 minute. It'll be right back up to where it's going roaring.